neighborhood, Sign Class, which is located 1 mile from your home, and Sign Blast, located 3 miles from your home, each showing three films. Sign Class is showing Casablanca, Gone with Wine, and Doctor Strangelove, while Sign Blast is showing The Matrix, Blade Runner, and Aliens. Your problem is to decide which movie to go. First, draw the decision tree that represent this problem without, without assigning any payoff values. Most of you do correct for this one. You just put sign blast and sign class, the Matrix, Blade Runner, Alien, Casablanca, Gone with the Wine, and Doctor Strangelove. Second, uh, a lot of you make mistake here. If you imagine that you don't care about the distance and that preference for movie is alphabetic. Example, you like Alien the most, the Matrix the less. Using payoff value to 6, complete the decision tree you draw in part A. What option will you choose? So because they already say according to your preference. Okay, for movies is alphabetic, so that's why it's supposed to be the metric should be one. Example for me, the metric should be one. Second is going for with the Wind, Casablanca, Doctor Strangelove, and the finally is the Alien. This is up to you all. Okay, it's up to you all because you do not care about the distance and that your preference for movie is alphabetic. You can choose whatever movie that you want to go first. The last one, now imagine that your car in the shop. Basically, this is only one place regarding you. It does not have anyone else. Okay, that's why only got one pair of value. Okay. Now imagine that your car is in the shop and the cost of walking each mile is equal to 1 unit of payoff. Update the payoff in the decision tree, and would you choice will your choice will be changed now. Okay, so example. So this is 1 mile, and when you your car in the shop, the cost of walking each mile is equal to 1 unit. You need to understand that from the question, they already let us know that if you want to go for science class, located 3 miles from your home, okay, 3 miles from the home, and and sorry, science class which located 1 mile from your home, and science blast located 3 miles from your home. Okay, 3 miles and 1 miles. So if your preference, example, the preference is the matrix. Let's say for this question, the matrix is one. The matrix is the one because for sine blast it will take 3 miles from your house, correct or not? While sine class is only 1 mile. It's only 1 mile. That's why, although your payoff is one, but overall payoff now will be changed because sine blast is located 3 miles from your home. That's why you get one minus negative 2. Sorry, one minus 3 equals to -2. For Blade Runner, you already put like this reference says 5. That's why 5 minus 3. You just need to minus with the mileage. And same goes for sign class. So from this, when you updated the payoff in the decision tree according to the miles that will travel to the sign class or to the sign class, you now can determine the new payoff. Okay, and from this payoff, it is better. It is better to to go for the gone with the wine if you're choosing your preference such like this, but it depends on your payoff value. Okay, so this is how you should answer for question number 2 because it's about you. It means it's only referring to one player. Again, it does not involving two player. Okay, when you start to have a two player, you will start to have a two payoff value. So make sure in the question you understand it properly. Okay. So anything you want to ask? I think it's quite easy. It's quite easy. Okay. So
Hello.
yeah.
I do have a question regarding C. Why is
See.
it that
Mm.
choose one as our choice?
Which one?
And
Now
yeah,
choose one.
why can't
No. Signer plus. Let's say this is example. My preference are Bushida. Maybe your preference is maybe different with me. What I have with me, Karana. Mushida?
yes, doctor, I'm checking. Hold on.
Yeah. Please check your B.
Same, doctor.
You have the same thing, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, and you know from the question, if you want to go for the sign class, which is located 1 mile from your home, correct? And sign blast located 3 miles from your home. So it means for question number C, let's say imagine that your car in the shop and cost walking each mile is equals to 1 unit of the payoff. This is the current payoff in the question of B, according to your preference. But now we already know that if you want to go for the sign blast, it will take 3 miles from your home. And for sign class, it will take 1 mile from your home. That's why when you want to calculate a new payoff, because they already say the cost of walking each mile equals to 1 unit payoff. The current payoff in question B, let's say for the matrix is 3, but it's located for sign plus, which will take 3 miles from your house. So in order to calculate a new payoff from your preference, you just take the current payoff, let's say the matrix that if you prefer 1, you just minus with the cost of walking to the sign blast. Cost of the walking from sign blast, 1, if let's say the payoff is 1, the cost of walking to the sign blast will take 3 miles. Correct or not? So 1 minus 3 is equals to -2. Understand or not, Mushida?
Yes, doctor.
Sure? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. So anyone else? Let me check how many students. I just purposely discussing this question because I want to make sure all the students here. Okay, we already have enough students. Okay. Please take a paper, or you also can, if you can edit in the PDF, open this one. Okay. Vanessa, are you there? Vanessa,
Yes, doctor.
what do you understand about n persons game? I already give this lecture, I think last 2 weeks ago. I already give these slides. Did you go through it?
Yeah.
What do you understand about n persons game? Vanessa, are you there?
Yeah, doctor, but I'm not too sure.
You are not too sure. Okay, until now, what do you understand about game theory?
The pure and mixed strategy.
And it's just involve how many players? Vanessa?
2.
Until now, we
2 or
just
more. 2 or more.
yeah, at most we are looking at 2, correct or not? Okay,
Yeah.
but is it possible to go more than 2?
Yeah.
So is it will be easier to solve to more than 2?
No.
No. Okay, thank you, Vanessa. Okay, let's continue to n persons game. Basically, n persons game will deal more than 2 player. Okay, previously, why I'm showing or lecturing regarding, first of all, I already teach you what happened if you are playing just with you. It means involving only one player. Example of Sign Plus and Sign Blast. Second, also already teach you what happened the pure strategy that developed by uh, John Newman Morgan, just in the surface. Okay. Next, I also already mentioned regarding Sir John Nash, the first Nobel Prize in game theory, and but that's all until 2x2 games. I did not go beyond that, but today we will start to look on the revolutionary in game theory, which start to have more Nobel Prize winner from this field. Okay. So before that, we need to recap important definition. Equilibrium. Equilibrium means balance in game between the player strategy, whichever we have the balance in the game. If we call that equilibrium in pure games developed by John Newman. But Sir Nash developed that equilibrium, saying that it's a concept in non-cooperative game involving at least two players, and player assume to know the equilibrium of opponent strategy. Opponent strategy will no gain if changing only his own strategy. Okay. Example for this particular. Oh, wait, I forgot to record this one. Wait, record first. Okay. So let's look on this example on the pure Nash equilibrium. Is there any pure Nash strategy in this particular matrix? Hawa, are you there?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, for this.
Uh, 1 1 1. It was a 1 1. The pure Nash strategy.
Only one is the pure Nash.
I think so.
You think so? How about you, Chen Kahui?
Yes, hello, doctor.
Hello, hi, Chen Kahui. Good morning. What is the pure Nash? Only one is the pure Nash in this game.
And two.
Correct. Okay. Basically, we already have more than one pure Nash strategy. And which one will be chosen? Okay. So will be one of the issue when you start to only look at matrix game. Okay. Another problem that will arise when you have a mixed Nash strategy equation. If you still remember, I hope that you still playing this game, Pepper, Rock, and Scissor. When you're playing Pepper, Rock, and Scissor, usually you will get zero sum game. And if you look here, you will also have the mixed strategy because you cannot find a pure strategy in this game. So how are we going to solve more than 3 players? One of the concepts that already developed is eliminations method. But the elimination method cannot be easily used. So we need to find another strategy on how we're going to choose, especially when we have a perfect information or an imperfect information. That's why this game, especially Pepper, Rock, and Scissor, people already develop a lot of algorithm to solve it, especially when they are playing repeatedly. It means not only one time, but repeated games. Okay, we will look on repeated games, this particular game, on the repeated measurements algorithm. So a game, a pure strategy can form a single equilibrium. If you have a single equilibrium, it will be very good. You also sometimes you have multiple equilibrium, which if you still remember on the first lecture, which equilibrium need to choose when we have more than one equilibrium. So the best way to portray it is using decision tree. Okay, and finally, we does not have a equilibrium in the pure strategy, but we know that if does not have a equilibrium in the pure, definitely got at least one in the mixed strategy. Problem with small player. Okay, the first problem with a small player, example 2 by 2, it is impossible in real life situation, because in real life situation we cannot just look at the two particular two particular real life situation, because basically I will show you a few things that are done by my students and me, and what we are currently doing to use by using game theory approach. Okay, and another problem, okay, the small problem with the problem with the small player is very difficult to portray in the real life situation. But the problem with big player, it is very hard to solve analytically. Higher combination of strategy means higher complexity of the model. Mostly we get the same payoff. This one we will discuss afterward. That's why we're going to Shapley value. And the final one is higher chance for cooperative player strategy. Do remember, until now we just focus on non-cooperative strategy. Okay, so we need to understand clearly is a very important, because this is the starting point of revolutionary game theory. This is John Nash paper that made him a Nobel Prize winner in 1994. But he published this paper on 1949. Okay, after he published a paper in a very good journal, when a lot of citation have been used for your particular paper and a lot of breakthrough came out from your paper, the paper can be suggested to have for the Nobel Prize committee. Then they will choose according to the breakthrough, and from there they will give you the 100 million. Example for this paper, equilibrium point in n% game. If you still remember the video, The Beautiful Mind, he got the idea when he comparing the blonde and with the his friends who are going to try to date her. And from there, actually, he managed to prove that whatever that proved by John Newman, Morgenstein, is actually not complete. It's not wrong, but not complete. And he tried to portray the magnitude into a large number of a game. He start by 2 by 2 as a proof of the concept. Then he go to the n strategy spaces. So this is what usually the pure mathematics try to solve. And actually this paper managed to produce a lot of application. So basically, you need to understand, he is not the one not the one creating the game at all. He just extend the game by using some theorem that already established. That time, one of the Japanese mathematician, his name is Kakutani. Okay, he is from Japan. He already tried to solve on Kakutani theorem, that mapping of a convex function. What John Nash do is just applying that particular theorem and try to prove for the end games. Okay, try to prove in the end games. He just make sure it started from the 2% zero sum game. It means one person will win, another person definitely will lose. Then he bring out this this extension of the model, extends it into non-zero sum game. Okay, so when you already can prove that actually there will be at least uh, uh, one solutions. if does not have a solutions in the pure game, we always can use Nash equilibrium to prove in the mixed strategy, which are probability that randomize with each other. So he is the one that producing the end game. Using his method, a lot of breakthrough is already conducted, already done, is still going on, and even me still using his important concept to the important area of my students. And from here, the summary, a solution concept for n% cooperative game is a characteristic function. Do remember when he tried to solve one of the assumptions I already told you. Game theory have a lot of assumptions. One of the assumptions that he put, it's mainly for non-cooperative game. But the breakthrough using Kakutani theorem is when he tried to solve for a bigger game or n persons game, especially he do until 5% game, he found out the strategy when they are playing repeatedly, it's towards for uh, uh for high chances to be cooperative. It means they have high strategy that will make towards to the combination or binding or agreement. That's why he mentioned that that's why he's mentioned that when we go to the more higher number of the game or strategy, we will find at least a game. Okay, at least a game, and most of the strategy will towards to cooperative game. That's why him from this paper, another person called William Lucas and David Gale managed to produce Shapley value. Okay, so he's the guy tried to prove that. That's why I say that this memorandum review the definition of n person's game and then describes two particular games whose set of solutions are rather restricted. The first is 5% game. Just remember, if you want, you already have 2%, let's say you have two strategy, you will have at least 4 metrics. What will happen when you have 5% with another 5 strategy of each person? Your combination of strategy will be more. That's why they call as n person's game. But when they are do for the 5% game, which has a unique solution that's non-convex. The second is an 8% which has no solutions, which possess the symmetry of the characteristic function. When you already have the symmetric, I will not touch a lot. When you already have the symmetric functions, you can change this function into Shapley value. I will go into it on the next week lecture. Okay. The memorandum report theoretical result, mathematical theory of n% cooperative game from Sir John Nash paper. A lot of paper came out using his idea with Kakutani theorem and combining the both method they are doing for a lot of games, and they found some of the game will have no solutions. Okay, some of the proof will not have a solutions that a certain conjecture based on the von Neumann. If you still remember, he is the person creating the game, which have a certain conjecture based on the von Neumann-Morgenstern theory for n% are false. That's why this fella does not get the Nobel Prize. Okay, so game theory is a continuing study sponsored by, last time military sponsor this type of project. Why? Because they want to win a game, win a war. So in order to win a war, they need to strategize with their enemy and how they can win the war. That's why a lot of game theory concept actually based from the war. And using the Lucas, David Gill, and Sir John Nash, they found a lot of breakthrough, and this is make a lot of Nobel Prize winner came out initially from game theory field. The one of that one is the cooperative game, which we will learn next week, because Lucas from this paper, Lucas managed to prove that most of the strategy also going towards on combination or binding or agreement or similar chances the strategy will be played. So they have the cooperative games. Next, we also will defining what is a coalitions. Coalitions also will involving more than two players, especially if we're going to look at the current politics scenario in Malaysia. We need to have a coalition to win a particular seats in the parliament. So actually, this is also based. We can convert that situation into game theory. Next, we're also going to look on the Shapley value and nucleolus. And definitely using perfect information, we can start to look on the Bayesian's modified game theory. And this is the first solutions of Nobel Prize, the first 5 winners, including a theory of n% game with perfect information. That's why John Nash, when he published that paper, he did not go, is it the information are perfect or imperfect? Perfect means the opponent understands every strategy that another opponent will be used. And this is make another contribution breakthrough when we have a perfect information. Because of the perfect information, we can do auctions, we can do insurance, we can do risk-free, we can do binding agreements. Okay, so this one we will go talking more and more in lecture 6 and above. And this is the thing that we will learn next week from Shapley. He also managed to prove, since a lot of the person's game, when they're going from from 3 and more games, they will start to have a combination. So that's why I will teach you the Shapley value. It means Shapley value is a value for the essentials and person's game deduced from a set of axioms. They have 3 axioms. I will explain the axioms next week. A simple bargaining procedure. It means these Shapley values are actually is a very well known concept, and even used by Malaysian system. I will let you know where we'll use it until now. Okay. And this is another few other Nobel Prize winner when they are doing some experimental. This experimental actually they are doing more on the uh, 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 more on the banks or economics fields. That's why I'm saying it's consider game theory will consider all the fields. And this is a game theory Nobel Prize winner. And do remember, even last year, we still have a Nobel Prize winner in economics for game theories. Okay, so game theories is a very fantastic things. And this is the flow of the game theory and its revolution. When first John Morgenstern managed to prove the game theory in the uh, in the in the pure strategy, this is just the initial development, but with a lot of false theorems. It's not false. Maybe during that time, it's 1920, the John Won, he only got that particular idea. And that particular idea will prove by other researchers that coming after. That's why even John Nash managed to prove the Adam Smith theorem, for which stands for 150 years, is incomplete. Okay, so that's how we as a researcher try always to prove that either to make it one particular theorem or model or algorithm to become meta, or try to prove it wrong and try to give justification on it. Okay, this is the first Nobel Prize winner on the mixed strategy and Nash equilibrium. Next, when we look at the end persons, also another I think three to five Nobel Prize winner. Next, we were going to look on the modified theory and information. Information is start to have imperfect and perfect information. Then we have a dynamic. Dynamic is already under Bayesian's dynamic theorem of game theory. Then we will look at the High-Nashi transformation. There's another Japanese who actually collaborated with Kakutani previously and managed to prove on High-Nashi transformation. That's why we have Bayesian-Nash equilibrium. And after that, we have sub-perfect. So can you look or not? They always try to develop the model so that it will be good, better, and can be used in many more fields. And next, we are using now, especially on multi-agent and mechanism design. Multi-agent is involving more than millions of people. That's why it's called multi-agent. One of the things that's still being using are in the bank, in the insurance company. Even why insurance always can bring a new proposal or new proposal. Even in the COVID, why they can still bring up they can cover for the COVID. Is it means they are going to lose? No, at all. They know the strategy, how they will going to do it, and why they are attracting the customer using that particular proposal or idea. And definitely from there, they can get a million, even a billions of dollars. Okay. So that's look on the multi-agent and mechanism design. Finally, currently, a lot of computer scientists, algorithms, and game theories going for evolutionary games into the worldwide application. This is one of today will be just a simple understanding. One of the example that already done by one of my PhD student. Currently, he's an associate professor in Bangladesh. He the one give the one of the talk regarding CCTV data of Penang using game theory approach and try to simulate the CCTV data to do forecasting. And the talk, all of you still remember, we will have talk on 19th of November, next week, Friday. Okay, next week, Friday, I will send the reminder again to all of you next week. So this is how we're going to solve this particular example. This is what happened in Bangladesh currently. And this is what happened, example, in Penang. Or for this one, I take particular from Arab, okay? And actually, even in Penang, we're having the same particular problem, even in KL or in Sabah. So how we should solve it using ampersand game? Because we cannot assume now we can only use for 2x2 games. It's very impossible if you are just using 2x2. That's why we need to introduce on n-person system. So this is one of example already done, already finished, and managed to get him a professorship. And from that particular PhD, basically we managed to implement a knowledge transfer of a particular, of a particle dynamic of microscopic driving behavior. Why? Currently, we can use the algorithm that developed by him into autonomous car. Autonomous car means the car that no need driver. They can drive by their own. Actually, we already have autonomous car. Our algorithm already implemented in Cyberjaya. They already started to have a place that there is autonomous driver. Okay. And this is also an effective traffic network because it can predict, forecast, and give in database of what particular road condition, which the condition road that need to make up quickly repair and maintenance. Then we also can apply standard operating procedure for safe, comfortable, and minimum time consuming journey. And the result from the study can be used and implemented in the next generation autonomous car. So this is one of the example. And this is how the collision happened between one car with another car. But from this point of view, you might say it's just 2x2. No, you don't look at it as a vehicle. Look at the particular factor. How many factors that will be involved before they have the collision? Maybe the mirror side rear crash, the brake, the driver behavior, and a lot more. So we can also know what the factor of correlation can be happen when implying game theory approach. And this is another what we are trying to do. Actually, we want to make the same thing like how Uber and Google do in overseas. Some of their car does not have driver or autonomous car, but they still have a few serious issue where sometimes the car go and crash, and that's why currently US stop first the autonomous car in US. So this is another ex student. He is my first batch student doing under me on game theory, doing different between Uber and Lyft in US, and from using game theory approach, especially on Shapley value, he managed to using Shapley value, he managed to predict what will happen in 12 years from that particular time. And when doing correlation with other small correlations such as Uber, Lyft, Get Around, ETST and Postman actually can overtake Uber, in next few years. Okay, so this is also a very important, and actually it's already motivated him. He doing with me on 2017. 2019 he finished his master. Currently he's doing his PhD, and he also will be one of he's doing PhD in UMP, University of Malaysia Pahang, and he also will be one of the speaker for next week. Another student, currently I managed make him as a lecturer in UPNM using game theory approach. He do master with me, combination, and we are focusing on Samsung and Toshiba in terms of external hard disk game theory markets. This one is totally regarding Samsung, and we are looking at the NAND flash memory manufacturer. And he also will be another third speaker for next week. What I'm going to show you another important of n% game we can do for coalition, but I will stop this one because we are going to look on it detail next week. Performance during Malaysia general election using non-cooperative and cooperative game approach. Okay, I'll give you around, now it's 11:27. Let me back 11:33. I will give you around 6 minutes. Before we continue, another example using 3% scheme. Thank you. So this is one of the interesting movie. I love episodes. You know, right? What is this? Wait. This is actually a Big Bang, the Big Bang theory. Okay. Episodes. So they have 4 friends here. This one called Sheldon. This one called Raj. This one called Howard. Sorry, this one is Howard and Leonard. Okay, so they are 4 friends, but Sheldon is quite like we can so call troublesome for in the group, because he always disagree whatever they have a topic to talk to. Okay, so that's why a lot of them, 3 of them does not like Sheldon. That's why if Sheldon is coming to together with them, they feel very unhappy. Okay, so let's say this exam. Actually, this video already uploaded in the e-learn. You can have a look then. Okay, so let's say this is one example of the 3% game. How I'm saying 3%? Because you understand, Raj and Howard is a best friend, a thick friend. They always go out. Whenever they always go out, they will always go out together. That's why assume as Raj and Howard as one. Okay, Definitely, if Raj is going out, Howard also definitely be going out with Raj. Okay, so in this particular game, they want to go to the bar. Okay, they discuss they want to go to the bar, but now they have a few problems. Okay, they can either the strategy can be either like Sheldon's, Raj or Howard and Leonard. Okay, Sheldon's, Raj and Howard they have each of them have around 5 strategy. Okay, either stay at home, go alone without anyone, go with Raj and Howard only, go with Leonard only, or go together with all of them. Okay? You need to understand Sheldon feel like he will very happy going out with his friends while their friends not having the same assumptions regarding him. So that's why if you look here, the Sheldon payoff, if he stayed at home, it will give him 1. The payoff is 1. But if go alone without his friend, he feel nothing. He feel alone. That's why he does not have people to talk to. Okay? That's why his payoff will be -4. If he will go with Raj and Howard only, he already happy because he still have friends to talk to. So he will get payoff of 4. Same payoff will be given if he go with his friends Lynette or his roommate. Okay, Lynette also is a Sheldon's roommate. So with Lynette only also we can have the same payoff. But if four of them going together, the payoff will be 6. But in terms of Raj or Howard's payoff, if they stay home, is still 1. But if they go alone, they will feel -1. -1 because Raj and Howard always love to go to the bar to find a girls, to date with the girls. Okay, so that's why their payoff is not high as Sheldon. Okay, but when they go with Leonard, they are actually Howard and Raj are really thick friends with Leonard compared to Sheldon. Compared to Sheldon. That's why when they're going with Leonard, they are feel very happy and their payoff will be 4. But if they does not have any choices, they need to go with this genius guy, they will have -4. They will be so stressed. And finally, if they're going with Leonard and also with Sheldon, means going together, since Sheldon is there, for them is still -4. Okay, I hope you understand. Next, regarding Leonard, Leonard also have the same feeling, but he is actually quite pity with Sheldon because nobody will talk to Sheldon. So if he stay at home, the payoff still same 1. Go alone is still happy. He can go and date. That's why -1. If go with Raj and Howard, definitely they are thick friend. They will get 4. And definitely if the name Sheldon is there, they will have -4 and -4 respectively. Okay. So the question is, how are you going to represent it into 3x3 games? 3x3 games. I will try to give around 2 minutes. Then we will can start to have a discussion. Okay, let me call someone. No, Natasha, are you there?
Yes,
No.
Doctor.
Okay. Good after. Still morning. Good morning, Natasha.
Good morning, Doctor.
Okay, for this particular game, you already understand the game, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you understand the payoff, right?
Yes.
Okay. How are we going to rearrange it by 2x2 first? Can we change this game to 2x2 before go to 3x3?
呃 Not sure, Doctor.
Okay, first of all, can we make it 2 by 2 games?
I think yes.
How?
Uh, um, sebab Raj and Howard and Lynette dia punya payoff sama.
Oh, hanya
Yes.
because you are thinking that Leonard pay off and Raj and our pay off is same, so you can make it 2 by 2.
S1.
Okay.
The S1, another one yang side tu Sheldon. Good.
Sheldon. Okay,
Ah,
good. We will look afterward. Thank you, Natasha.
okay.
Farina? No, Farina, are you there?
Yes, doctor.
From your for your understanding, can we convert this one by 2 by 2 before we can make it 3 by 3? Or you did not have any idea yet?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You are not sure. Okay, never mind. Thank you very much. No, Farina, come, let's look on it. Come look on it. Everyone can see my Excel, or is it small?
Cannot see all, doctor.
You cannot see all right? Lukmanu say can see. No. I purposely did not show it yet. Okay, let me make it bigger. Okay, now you ready? Everyone try to jot down first the value, yeah, Sheldon's value, Raj Howard value, and also Leonard payoff. Just try to write first. So they will have 5 strategy, either home, alone, Raj or Howard, Leonard, or all of them together. For Sheldon, 1, -4, 4, 4, 6. The second one for Raj and Howard, 1, -1, 4, -4, and -4. Finally, for Leonard, 1, -1, 4, -4, and -4. The first of all, we can convert this game not necessarily direct to 3 by 3. We can convert first, and do remember in the exam or in the test or in the quiz or in the gambit, you try to convert it to 2 by 2 first. Then using that 2 by 2, you will have idea now how to combine it to make it 3 by 3. Okay, so the first one, let's look on the first particular matrix. Is it big or still small? Boleh nampak tak semua? Ainul, boleh nampak kah? Hello? Hello, anyone?
Yeah.
Okay, boleh nampak?
Boleh.
Okay, for the first one, okay, we can convert between Leonard or Raj or Howard. Okay, Leonard or Raj or Howard when Sheldon plays bar. Sheldon is going to the bar. Okay, while Raj and Howard can have a choice either to go to the bar or stay at home. While Leonard also can have 2 choices, either going to the bar and stay at home. Do remember now Sheldon is play as the third player. Can you see the number of payoff already increased? Before this, we only look at 2. Now we already have another one. The third one is Sheldon's plays bar. And do remember, when Sheldon plays a bar, Sheldon's payoff, if we're going with the Raj and Howard, he will get 4. If we go alone, he get -4. Go with Leonard, 4. And if go with both of them, he get 6. That's why when I convert this game into 2 by 2, if Leonard is the leader, Raj is the follower, and Sheldon is the follower. Okay, let's look. If Leonard is going to the bar, the first value is referred to the Leonard. The second value referred to the Raj or Howard. The third value refer for Sheldon. If Leonard going to the bar, Raj or Howard going to the bar, and Sheldon's going to the bar, definitely Sheldon will get 6. The payoff will be the 6 because Sheldon's very happy all of his friends in the bar. But since Leonard now, but for Leonard and Howard, if Sheldon is definitely there, definitely the payoff will going to -4. Can you understand or not? Okay, if we get -4, that's why the value here -4, -4, and 6. So the second one, if Leonard playing bar, Raj or Howard playing home, and Sheldon's playing bar. Leonard does not like Sheldon, although they are roommates, but Raj and Howard prefer to stay at home. That's why for for Leonard now, since he need to go with Sheldon, he already have -4, while Raj and Howard get 1 because they will stay at the house, while Sheldon still happy because he still can go with Leonard. That's why what you get is -4, 1, and 4. Can all of you can understand or not? Okay, for the third one, I'm going to call someone to explain to me. Let me call Shahira. Shahira, you there?
Yes, doctor.
Please explain how we get the third value. You can choose either home or whatever it is. Shahira,
Ya, doktor.
boleh explain tak? So look at here, Shahira. Okay, now Leonard, let's say playing home, boleh?
Ah.
Okay, Leonard playing home, berapa dia punya payoff? Cuba tengok kat sini. Pergi dekat Leonard. Leonard, dia stay at home, berapa dia punya payoff?
1.
Nampak tak?
Nampak.
Pada masa yang sama, Raj Howard akan contoh dia pergi bar. Leonard play home. Raj and Howard pergi bar. Tetapi kat situ memang ada Sheldon. So dia orang kan happy atau tidak? Syahira?
Happy.
Sheldon ni dia macam orang kepoci. Orang tak suka kalau dia datang.
Oh, tak happy.
Tak happy, betul tak? So Raj dengan Howard akan positif kan negatif kalau ada Sheldon dekat bar?
Negatif.
Negatif. Kalau ada Sheldon, negatif berapa ni?
-4.
Faham tak?
Faham.
Dan finally, untuk Sheldon, dia nampak ada Raj Howard pun dia dah happy, betul tak?
Betul.
Berapa dia dapat pay off dia?
4.
4. Sekarang faham tak macam mana dapat 1, -4 dengan 4?
Faham.
Yang pertama untuk Leonard, home, stay at home adalah 1. Boleh?
Boleh.
The next one, Raj and Howard is -4. Understand or not?
Okay.
Sheldon going to the bar now. Understand or not? That's why he always get 4. Understand or not?
Yes, doktor.
Very good. Faham ah?
Faham.
Kalau faham, explain saya this value macam mana boleh dapat. Explain to me ini how you can get -4, 1 and 4 girl. Start from this one.
The next went to bar.
Who going to bar? Leonard going to bar.
Yes, Leonard went to bar.
Okay, but who is there in the bar?
Sheldon.
So what will happen when Sheldon in the bar? What happened to the payoff of Leonard?
He is not happy, so there will be -4.
Very good. Very good. Next, what happened to Raj and Howard? Oh, sorry. What happened to Raj and Howard?
Raj and Howard stay at home.
So that's why he get what?
Their payoff is 1.
then what Sheldon will get?
Sheldon will get the payoff of 4 because Leonard is there.
Easy or not?
Yes.
Understand, huh?
Yeah, doctor.
Congratulations. Okay, thank you so much, girl. Next, I'm going to call Wong Ji Guan. Are you there?
Yes, doctor.
Hi, boy. Good morning.
Good morning, doctor.
Okay, now we do the same matrix, boy, here. When Sheldon play at home. Sheldon play at home, it means all of his friends will be happy or not, boy?
Yes.
Why?
Because Sheldon is not there at the
Yeah,
bar.
because they don't like Sheldon, right?
Ah,
So what will happen? Explain to me what happened when Leonard, how you can get 441.
441.
Mm.
Leonard will get 4 because Sheldon is not there,
Mm.
and it only and because the table Leonard go with Raj and Howard together, so
Okay.
Leonard will get the payoff of 4. Then
Okay.
for Raj, because of the table also, when it go with Leonard, only the payoff is 4.
Okay.
Then for Sheldon staying at home, the payoff is 1.
Very good. Thank you so much, boy. Easy, right?
Uh,
Okay, good.
thank you,
Okay.
doctor.
Okay, welcome. Welcome. Okay, we will have another. I want to ask all of you, did all of you have class after this? Never mind, I will try to finish it by 12. Okay. So next, let's go to the Yap Xin Yi. Are you there? Girl? Girl or boy? Girl.
Yes, doctor.
Sorry. I totally forgot. Okay, girl. Good morning.
Morning.
Can you explain to me how you get -111?
I get for the first one, Leonard went to bar.
Hmm.
Leonard went to bar, but there is no Raj and Sheldon there. So
Mm.
he will go alone is -1.
Okay, good.
Then for Raj and Howard, because they are staying at home, so they will
Mhm.
get 1.
Okay, good. Easy, right?
Sheldon, yes.
Thank you so much. Okay, this is
Thank you,
how
doctor.
you welcome. This is how you can convert that game into 2x2 without going straight away to 3x3 or 4x4 or 5x5 or 6x6. Okay. Next, the thing that I want to show you, we can convert this. If we already make sure these two are already in the correct order, if the value are already in the correct order, the payoff is already in the correct order, you can convert this one into 3 games like this. Okay, so basically we can play Sheldon. Okay, the first player will be Leonard. The second player will be Raj or Howard. While finally we'll have Sheldon. What will happen is Leonard play bar and bar. Sheldon also play bar and bar or home. Sorry. Leonard play bar and home. Sheldon also play bar and home. Raj and Howard also play bar and home according to the strategy used by Sheldon or Leonard. And this is how you convert the game, the particular thing into 3x3 games. Can get it or not? Look, Manu, can understand or not? Which one you did not understand, boy? Okay. Previously you can get it or not from here? Okay. Actually, what I'm doing here, basically, sorry. Okay. Basically, what I'm doing here, I'm using back the Sheldon's play bar. Previously, we do separately that we are saying playing Sheldon only playing bar, correct? Look, Manu. And this one, Sheldon only playing home, correct? The last one, what I do, I just combine that both together. If Sheldon playing bar, this is will get actually the same thing. The first one, all this, the first one will get the same value. Can you get it or not? then when he's playing home, you get this value. This is how you need to convert into 3x3 games, Lokman. Understand or not? Understood? Good, good. I will send this Excel file, don't worry, to all of you. What I want you to do as exercise today, you can go to the exercise 1 in the lecture. Don't do exercise 2 yet, because exercise 2, I want to explain to all of you how we can use Gambit directly next week, Monday. And we will try to solve together with this question. Okay, so just try to do exercise 1 in Excel and send to me. No need to send, just keep it first. We will discuss it on Monday. Okay, anything you want to ask me until now?
Doctor,
Yes.
regarding our exercise 2 earlier, we haven't discussed about 1B and C.
Oh, is it? Oh, sorry, Mushida, I forgot
Yeah,
regarding
because
it. Never mind. We will do it together next week, girl.
Not too sure how to answer that question.
Can.
Doctor.
By the way, I already upload the answer in the WhatsApp. Please go through it. We will discuss it on Monday. Can, right? Mushida?
Yes, doctor. Sorry. Thank you.
No worries, no worries.
Okay,
Thank you so
doctor.
much. Don't worry, we will discuss all the tutorial, lecture, exercise, whatever that I gave you for game theory. If nothing, that's all. I will upload the recorded WebEx afterwards. Thank you so much and happy holiday. Assalamualaikum.